Hello, everybody. Happy to see you. We are live now on Facebook, but as you can see, there is a link on top. So in case anyone that is watching tonight want to join us from Zoom, the nice and amazing thing about Zoom is that we can see each other, we can talk, and it is more real than just me talking as a regular raffle. So tonight we have our dear friend Alice, Brittana, we have Brenny, FL, Brenda, and we have Eowyn, which is Reba, and we also have the Wolf that just joined us. Steven, I also see Eric Anderson joining us right now. I am so happy. And of course, Super Phil is in the house. So I didn't miss anyone, right? From the ones that are here. So I am extremely excited. How is everybody tonight? One of the things is that I'm going to try to pin everyone and see if this works, right? The thing is that for some reason, you cannot on Facebook, only people that is talking will be on the screen. So if anyone wants to open their mic and say hello, it will be great. Steven, I'm so happy you made it. Eric, hello, happy to see you as well. I'm so happy to have you. He's Nivea. Nivea, is that correct? Nivea 0979. Is that correct?
It's Nevea,
Ah,
0979.
Okay, there you go. I'm so happy to have you. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, so as everybody knows, or if you don't, remember the games started it, so everybody should open a new window, or you can also have another device to go to the free game. So in fact, I am about to log in into the free games from my phone. I'm doing this from my computer, the Zoom, and then I'm gonna use my phone to go to bingobilly.com. And then what you have to do is logging in, scroll down once you are in the lobby, and you will see the room, slots, and bingo Zoom experience, which is, no, I'm not gonna show it because it doesn't show. And then hit play, and that's it. Okay, so remember that on mobile, it's a little bit harder to chat. That's why we can chat from here. So it is just amazing to be able to see the people that we usually see in chat, but we don't know their faces. We don't know if they are real people or not. What we try to do here in Bingobilly is, to become a real community. So welcome everybody again. We are going to be chatting tonight about we are going to be chatting about several things, but one of the important things that is going to happen this month is that it's International Women's Day next Friday. Okay, and we have several men here, and actually I see more people joining, but I don't see their usernames. Give me a second to see if I can see their usernames. I see more people. Charlie, happy to see you. Elizabeth, I see you now. I didn't know who Motorola Moto is, but I see your face now and recognize you. So welcome, Charlie. Welcome, Elizabeth. Hi, baby. Happy to see you. Oh my God. Kisses to you, my friend. Mwah, mwah, mwah. She's so lovely. Oh my God. Okay, so one of the important things that we are going to be talking tonight is about International Women's Day. Okay, so if you go to our Facebook group, look for it. I think it should be below this video, and you will find a post that I did earlier today, and it is about your own experience. And of course, there are men here. We have Eric, we have Phil, we have Stephen, we have Charlie, and it is very important, guys, that you help us support this cause for us women. I understand, and I really hope that everybody can talk about this a little bit more tonight, because there is like a new wave of women like very resentful of the fact that this world is about men, right? And the issue with that is that men, of course, they get paid better than women, and actually, it's very fun because I was trying to find women that we can honor that day, like in the world. And if you ask me, men that are important men in our world, in our current world, or that in the past, it's very easy for me, and a lot of names of men pop up. But when I was thinking, who besides Mother Teresa, right, can we honor that day as a woman? And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be hard. There are not many women. And it is not because there are not important women, but the news and history has made sure to have a lot of men in front of us, but they do not give women, important women, enough time on the air, enough time on the newspapers, on the magazines, and on on the media in general. So we do not have that in our mind as fresh as talking about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Microsoft guy and Bill Gates, that not necessarily are, like wow type of, but at least you have them on your mind all the time. So what do you guys think about this gap that exists between men and women doing the same job, but women are underpaid? Open the mics, everybody. I want to hear your opinions on this.
I think it's very unfair to women because we deserve the same rights as men do.
Yeah, for sure. And my friend Elizabeth, this is Elizabeth, that is actually a great supporter of our Facebook Lives and Zoom experiences and all that. My friend, what do you think? What do you think can be done? To be able to achieve that on your mind? What can be done? Even from the education at homes, from the bottom to the rest.
I don't know what can be done, but it's probably in something with the legislation,
Yeah,
but something definitely needs to be done.
for sure. And that is something that we need to see, how can we actively promote these things to be taken into consideration for people that creates the laws in our countries, in our states, because of course it feels awful. I am going to be sharing part of my story that until this day, I struggle in a world of men. I am misunderstood a lot of times, and even I can feel how the society in general, but the company cultures are just created for men, and they don't take us into account as individuals with a different mind. We cannot think as a guy, right? It is like scientific evidence that our brains function differently from a man. So if you see company cultures, they are created for men and towards men. And when you come as a woman and you try
Yeah.
to give your point of view, then you are like, they watch you like you are crazy, right? And we could be right. Actually, for me, men and women should be able to work together, and both inputs on whatever situation should be considered And I believe that the point of view of a man is as valid as the women, even if they have different types of points of view on a situation. It's very valid, right? And when you combine the two, it could be an amazing thing. What do you guys think about that?
I know one thing. I'm a woman in a man's field. My best friend is a woman in a man's field. And I notice that we get treated differently. My best friend is a dump truck driver,
Mhm.
the only one in her company. I'm a parts specialist for Advance, and I noticed that, we get different looks. Like, why are you here? You don't know anything about this, you don't know about that. But we have to get certified to do what we do.
Yeah.
And we get the looks like, okay, why are you in a man's field? Why are you doing work that men do? But I've noticed, like, she'll get looks from the men because she drives a great big dump truck. I get looks like, okay, you're in a man's field, you can't do what we do, but we're trained to do what we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of they feel threatened, you can say, right? Or even jealous of a woman doing I mean, we have demonstrated that we can do the same things. Maybe we cannot lift same weights in competitions like with weights. Maybe we cannot run as fast, but we can run. And that is on the sports field, right? We can play soccer, we can play tennis, we can do pretty much anything as a man, but of course with different or similar rules, or but what is the thing that people thinks that we shouldn't be playing soccer? Or why is it that society in general does not support women playing soccer as much as they support soccer for men? And of course, that means that the no support from the society on these fields, they are not going to win the same as a man, right? Because it's at the end. And I have tennis on my mind that very recently they made the prices for the tournaments equal, and I applaud that. I mean, like, it really, that's amazing, because that's giving a message to society that even though the women play differently, they are still playing same tennis, they should win the same, right? And if there is not enough support for certain sports, now talking about the sports, it is because the media is the one that controls the amount of time that they play soccer for guys and soccer for ladies, and same with the rest of the sports, like the tennis games. They give more importance to men. So what they are doing is creating the perception in people that it is more important than women, right? So that is my thing here. Is anyone wants to say something about this? Okay, seems not, but talking about these things, what I'm trying to do here is not create. What happens is that then women created a movement which is against guys, and that is not healthy, right? My point of view is that it should be equal and be seen like the normal thing, right? I do not support women attacking men, I do not support that. It has been part of our culture for centuries, that men have more importance in history and in life and general than women. But we have now an opportunity to change that, right? So Elizabeth gave an amazing input that should be laws in place to do this, right? And it is the more effective thing, it is just amazing to see, for instance, in Hollywood, that if for example, in Aquaman, so this guy, I forgot, like, can someone remind me the name of Aquaman, the Hawaiian guy? I forgot. I don't know if someone more, I have it on my mind. Phil, you have to say this. You have to say this. Okay, so the guy, the Aquaman, wins 20 million, and the Aqua Girl, the Aqua Girl, 5. Why? Because he has more, like, his role has more importance than the Aqua Girl, right? And who creates that should be created and conceived for equal importance, right? So that is my thing. So Philly, can you say what you just said on chat, please?
Laura, his name was Jason Momoa.
Oh, Jason
Yeah, that's what I was
Momoa.
about to say.
Thank you, Branny.
You're welcome.
Philly? Oh, he's not hearing. He has the the phones off, the headphones off. So what he said, and I'm gonna try to pull it here from chat, was the way I see it, women should have the same rights as men, and if they can do the job too, go for it, and kudos to them also. Okay, this is from Phil, this is his input, and I would love to, I don't know if it's Steven or Eric or someone, I don't know if Charlie left, but if someone, one of the
I
men,
was sorry about that. I was on a couple of calls. That's why I didn't answer you.
no worries.
I was helping another player get in the room, and I'm getting calls right now. So please
No
bear
worries.
with me tonight.
No worries, no worries. Okay, so I don't know if anyone else has any input on this, but I am asking you, watching this video, Branny, Brittana, and Elizabeth, and the rest, Stephen, to please participate in this. On the group, there is this post about what you do and the challenges you have faced. One of the challenges that I have faced, and you are not going to believe this, is actually the judgment from other girls. Have you felt that? Has any of you felt that? That is worse than the men, because you do not expect that. But in my case, I have given bad looks from women in the company. Like if someone has given me something and that I didn't earn it. Has anyone else felt that? Has any of the women here has felt that from other women?
Yeah.
Branny says yes. Brittana says, Alice, can you give us, maybe do not go into details if you don't want to, but maybe you can talk about your experience.
It's just like women when they come in the store for parts with their husbands, they're like they're looking at me like, why am I there? I'm not supposed to be there. That's not my place. You know, it's just a feeling that I'm not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
That it's not my field.
Yeah. Yeah. Branny is like saying, yes, Branny, do you want to talk and give your experience?
I used to work for Kmart in
Yeah.
the automotive department, and the men used to come in and act like I didn't know what I was doing, and I knew every part that you needed for whatever. So yeah, I know what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, it is incredible, right? And it is like now, we don't look bad at chefs, for instance, and the cooking thing has usually been for women, right? But then chefs appeared, and we don't look at chefs like we actually respect them. I am one of the women that respects and admires chefs, even though the kitchen is something that historically has been for women, right? And in other fields, the same. I think we are lacking respect for each gender, and we are lacking respect between genders, like gender, like females and females, right? And it is awful. It's, for me, as I was saying, one of the worst experiences is I expect support from other women because probably they are struggling as myself to be noticed, to be respected, to be heard. And they looked at me like, oh, you are one of those that maybe one of the bosses gave you the opportunity because, right? That is awful. We should be ashamed if we have thought of that because we don't know. And that is something that we should not do to other women. Even if that is the reality, it's none of our business, right? So we should remove that from culture in companies where, you know, where I have I have only had like 4 jobs in my life. But in this job, for example, when I start going to the office for meetings and stuff, I got that looks from women, and it was awful. So it's something that I had to address with someone recently and say, hey, listen, you have no idea how hard I've worked to get where I am. You have no idea. Nobody has given me anything. I have worked extremely hard, no holidays, no vacations, no time with my kids, crying, begging, and you know, literally doing all I can, praying, using all what I have, all that I know to be respected, right? So it is something that we definitely need to try to change between women, like be more supportive between women, and know that my struggle is probably your struggle, just like Brenny was saying, you know, living in a world of men, it's very, very hard. I don't know if it's Steven or Phil or Eric or someone of the guys want to say something. If you have any experience in your workplaces or in the past that you have seen this on the companies that you have worked, I would love to hear it.
My opinion is, I mean, I have a daughter myself, you know, and she's gonna grow up, and I don't want her to have to face a lot of that stuff in the world. I'm a man that I'm part of the women empowerment movement, so I'm all about equal equality. I do believe that women should be treated equally in every single aspect. Women are not incapable of things, you know, they can do everything that a man can do. I raised my daughter to believe that she is strong, she is powerful, and that if she wants to have whatever job, whatever opportunity in her life, she's got to go out and like take it. But she's you know, women are raised in a competition, kind of like the way it is, you know, because they're all competing, and that's why you find women against women, because they're not teaming up. Instead, they're competing with each other, where they should band together and become like a power movement and say, you know, we're just as good as you. Don't oppress us. Don't put us down. And we'll build up and be even stronger. That's my point.
Yes.
Let's give a round of applause.
My
Oh
point
my God.
of view as well.
Yeah, what a nice speech. Thank you so much, my friend, for
Awesome.
that input. I mean, it's just amazing. I will ensure that every input that we have tonight, it is actually uploading the page that we are creating. Because my thing is, how do we use this community to create awareness? And what Eric was saying, it's absolutely true. The main issue with women right now is that there is a culture, right, that where we compete, as he says, instead of men do this very nicely. We need to learn from men, and this is when we recognize their strengths as a group. They keep together, they team up, right? And you know, you're dudes, and you go out and you stand for each other. But women, we are another, we have another nature, and we compete, and we look at each other like, you know, to look for defects and to bring another women down. We have to change that, ladies. We have to change that. We need to team up, and as he said, stand up and said, you are not, as a team, you are not going to do this to us. And that doesn't mean, because we are talking to the society, right? We have to talk to politicians. We have to talk to the people that can change, that can create and make laws. So this is not allowed, right? So when this is not allowed, the culture must change, because it's not allowed anymore, right?
May I add a little something to that as well?
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
sorry. I know you're saying you should rally together and everything like that, but there are other men just like me that empower women, that find, you know, that can look a woman in their eyes and not at their breasts, their body and their mind, and see the inner part of them. It's as much as banding together, you got to find those men that will empower you as well and stand beside you and continue to push you towards making those right goals. Because the more people you have in your life, the more strength and opposition you have, the better you're gonna achieve things and faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
because there's always strength in numbers.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely. We have to keep that in mind. And well, I have a daughter too, and I know that she is going to be in this world, like be productive in this world. And oh my God, right? I don't want her to become like feminist, like crazy feminist that says, you know, let's defeat men and men are the evil. No, 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 no. That is definitely a no. I think all the extremes distort the reality. Who agrees to
Mhm.
that? Let's raise our hand.
I didn't hear what you said, Laura.
Yeah. I mean, like, it really, we need to keep away and keep our kids away from those that distort the reality. We have to become parents that instruct their children, and because they are bombarded with these things, right? There is an interest. I don't know if it is for entertainment or what is the real purpose behind media and behind people supporting economically groups, extremist groups of any kind. But now that we are talking about feminism, then why are people interested in lying women and young women into men are evil and you should put them down, and now it's about attacking men, they are the evil? And I mean, like, really? This is what many women around the world are believing and living for. And it is very distorted reality, right? We have to fight against that for sure as well. As we are saying here, the most important thing is to actually try to find justice, respect, and work as a team. Work as a team. It is very hurtful when a woman comes up with an idea and they are not taken into account. Then a guy comes with the same idea, but it is a guy, so we should listen. Have you seen those cases? I mean, like, this happens every single day, right? As a woman is not, the voice of a woman does not have the same value than a man. Okay, I don't know how many times I have been stepped into, because I don't know if I'm saying it right, I'm sorry, but like putting down, like how many times they have put me down because what a man says it's, oh, he should be right. Laura has 18 years of experience, but no, you know, like working every day on being, but he should be right because he's a man. Who says that? Right? So it is definitely something that that has to change, and we can do it. I know we are only a few people, right? Our community is very small and everything, but we have to start somewhere. And if we are
Yeah.
Yes, and if we are not doing anything, so then we cannot complain.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
for
what I
sure.
always say about people when it comes to voting for presidencies and stuff. You know, you have so many people that complain about it, but they're not even registered to vote.
Exactly. That we have to become more active on the politics side because of that. It is not about fighting against each other, because that is another
Exactly.
extremist that we cannot go there, as we were saying. When we go to an extreme, then our mind was this get distortion reality, and that is not the thing. We have to vote for presidents and governors and whatever we vote for in our countries that align with our values. That is so important to find.
Yes, it is.
It has to, you cannot say, okay, and you have to put it, because of course, every man, and I was talking to Deborah, KD, yesterday until late night about this, right? That we are not going to find perfect justice in this world, because we are men and women and we are imperfect, but we have to try. We have to try
Mhm.
our very best. There are a lot of interests behind movements that we need to be aware of, right? And we have to see what we believe in and die for this. We have kids. I think everybody here has kids, and we have to look for them, after them, because what type of world we are creating. So what's going to happen? I don't know how old are your kids, but Naomi is 13, just turned 13. Gabriel is 24th. And what type of world are we giving them, right? If we keep allowing these things to happen and continue supporting, even with our silence, these type of cultures. Stephen Preacher says, Laura, I think you are the top expert in your field and you are my source of a lot of information. I ask you lots because I know you know what you are talking about. My friend, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Listen, one of the things that I feel proud of is that I am able to work in a company with a product for, no, the company has changed, but with a product for 18 years straight, right? This is my entire work life has been put into Bingo Billy. And I'm telling you, I couldn't finish college. I couldn't finish. All I know about marketing, online marketing, because I started in 2002, very early into the internet and online gaming, is because of experience on the field, right? And we need to also not undermine people that, like me, was not able to finish college because I got pregnant and all the things that that comes with that, all the responsibilities. I had to start working, but I started achieving a lot of experience on this field, like working daily, literally daily, for many hours a day. So that is another thing. So someone that has a degree, okay, I do not say, you don't know anything. But of course, when you start practicing is when you start like learning the reality, right? Because in a school, they will tell you, this is the theory of things, not necessarily fits when you try to apply it, right? So there are a lot of stuff to talk about here, because even because of things like, okay, I got pregnant, I couldn't finish college, and that is another thing. Give more opportunities to women that got pregnant, so that they can continue studying, that they can continue developing on their careers, on their dreams, A kid should not be more than a blessing for anyone's life, instead of feeling, oh my God, this is it. And I see Gabriel, my oldest son, and I see, okay, I'm so happy I was able to keep him, and that I made the right decision to keep him. And my friends, I don't know what my life would be without him. So this comes to the laws as well, and to the protection of women, that should be stronger everywhere. That there should be more things to be done for women around the world, because of course we are the ones that carried life. Otherwise the world disappears. And I don't know if you have seen the importance of a woman here, guys, right? If we don't have kids, then population, blah, 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 and that is another subject, of course. There are many people saying, oh, no, population, and they are worried about population and trying to remove people from the world because there's a lot of us. Oh my God. You know, there is a cycle of life which is perfect, created for the Almighty, and I trust that. And I think we should actually encourage women to also have kids, so they feel complete. It is something that is called now. I understand there are women that do not have that for several reasons, but most of us have the call to have kids, and we should be supported on that as well. Have you seen this situation where, okay, you are working, you get pregnant, and they go like, oh my God, like a plague, oh my God. And there has been, and there are many countries right now that do not have legislation to cover women that are pregnant and working, and they get fired because they are pregnant. What do you guys think about that?
That's crazy, but it's very true.
Yeah. Yeah, they look at us as, oh my God. What?
Yeah, because
We were
I
sick.
started real early, Laura. I had my first child when I was 16 years old.
Wow.
My daughter's gonna be 45 this year.
My age almost. Wow. And look at that. I mean, like, we are contributing to the world. That's why when, I don't know when they start saying International Working Woman Day, why do they add working? I think every woman in this planet is working, because if only those that probably are not doing anything, I don't know. But I think the majority of us, whether working at home, which is a work, it's a work, just do your chores at home is work. But the fact that we contribute to the world, bringing life, new life. So I would remove the working part to not exclude or not feel anyone exclude. Because have you also seen this, that if
Way
you
to go
are,
to Navia 0979, just won the $100 game in the free
ah,
room.
congratulations, congratulations.
Spreading positivity gives positive things, you know, karma goes
Yes.
around, comes around, you know, believe
There
in
I got
that.
a question. I got a question.
Go ahead, my friend.
Aren't mothers working, taking care of the kids? I mean, shouldn't we, even if you don't have a job outside the house, you're
Ah.
still a working person, because you're taking care of the house, the kids, the whatever needs to be taken care of. So aren't we as mothers still working, even though we don't have a paying job outside the house?
Oh,
I think
listen,
so.
yeah. I mean, that is just an amazing, amazing input for this discussion. Listen, what I think. The fact that we have been actually like feeling the need of going outside to provide for our families because of all the situations, like economical situations have changed. We cannot stay home anymore, right? We have to contribute economically to our household. In my case, I was the only provider as a single mom that I was. So just imagine that we are actually letting others to raise our kids, and look at all the issues. You know, look at all the issues. If we go back and see how family worked in the past. You know, you could see, you just take Generation Z, am I saying it right? This new generation from 1998 until now, I think they call it, is it Generation?
Isn't it
Generation
Gen
gap?
X
Yeah, those.
Oh.
or
So
Gen Z or somebody? It's either X or
zombie.
Z.
But okay, yeah, that generation, if we compare that to our generation, and if we compare our generation to our parents and on, we see an incredible change in our minds, in the way we think, in the way we react, in the way, you know, we actually conceive life overall, because now the moms are outside, they are not being able to raise the kids the way it should. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry. I am one of those that I couldn't be there for my kids many times because I was working, and I actually spent less time with Naomi. And I see a complete difference between Naomi and Gabriel in that sense. And of course that their characters have something to do with it, but I know the necessity. If you go and ask my daughter, what would she want? And it is, I want more time with my mom. It is a necessity for our kids that we are there, and we can't because we have to work, right? So I wanted to give that input on what Alice was saying. And now we also need to know that those blessed women that can stay home, that is my kid. Give me a second here, and I will let him know that I'm live. Those moms that can stay home, they are working. They are actually building incredible human beings for society.
Yeah,
So
I
that's why
think,
I would remove the working part of what they say now. International working women, just International Women's Day as it used to, because it includes.
you got people that work from home that actually work harder than the people that go into the office.
We don't have. If you are working home, do you have a schedule? Do they pay you bonus? A
Yeah,
bonus
that's
because of
right.
accomplishments? Because your kids are great, have great, amazing grades because you study with them. Is somebody gonna say, okay, here's $100? No. I mean, that is something that also, as amazingly, you know, well said in the beginning, legislation should be done something. So listen what happened here. In my country, someone, you know, took this, tried to do this thought, make it as a law that all the women that was working at home would receive something from the government. And of course it was dismissed. You know, it's like, no, we are not going to spend people's money on women that stays home. It's like they see these type of women as lazy, you know, and oh my God, the work at home is just never ends. It never ends. You know, and how about now that we have these working from home, right? The working from home thing. Now you are working from home, and oh my God, it's working from the company and for your home as well. You know what I mean? Like 2 jobs, and it has always been like that. Actually, women get home from a long day at the office, and they might need to cook. They might need to you know, take care of husbands, kids, or whatever, but it's actually something that is in our shoulders as well. And I don't think we are well recognized for that. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a lot. It's really a lot. My youngest daughter, she works from home, and she has her daughter she's going to be 3 years old on Monday, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yes. Yeah. And I think maternity license are very short as well, everywhere, right? They actually is not very old, and it's like, why was not this applied sooner? But
Yeah, I'm out.
in the
We armed.
past, women didn't have the permission to have, to have enough time with their borns, and they had to stop feeding, the breastfeeding, and replace with a bottle, which, is not the same. I'm sorry to say, it's not the same, period. And it's very new that they are allowing that in some countries. Some other countries is like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, you have to go back to work. So I also think that the maternity leave thing, it's terrible. They don't give enough time to women to also become a mom.
Yeah.
I think here they give men maternity leave too, if I'm not mistaken. Elizabeth, am I wrong? Don't they give men maternity leave here?
They do have a new thing that men get maternity leave also.
Yeah. I think that is important, if well, if you ask me, this is the thought on my head.
Get up there.
They should give that time to the woman so she doubles her time with the newborns. But I also know that women needs the support of their man, of their husband or partner, because after having a baby, we go through a lot of hormonal changes and it lasts. And there is also this postpartum depression that we can go through, and that I actually went through very badly, right? Because I have suffered depression, and I think I am more vulnerable to have depression anyways, right? So I went through it in a very, very bad way. So I think that is also important, to take into consideration that, and I don't think that is something that they see it as. Actually, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was not long ago that that the media started showing cases of Hollywood stars or important people that went through postpartum depression.
Yes, I
It was
remember.
like a stigma. Yeah, it was. And I remember Brooke Shields talking about it, and Tom Cruise looking at her like, what are you talking about? Right. And this is real. This is real.
Yeah, it is very real.
Yeah, the hormonal changes are terrible to go through, and we have to endure that. And just imagine going through all that and have economic worries, in our mind, right? So it is also part of things that should change with legislation and more conscious in people's life to take those things into consideration when they look at us. So I think it's very, very nice input that Britna brought all this into the table. Thank you, my friend. Anyone else wants to say something? We only have a couple of minutes left. I think we have had an amazing, amazing conversation
Wow,
about
this
this tonight.
hour has gone by so fast. I'm just, wow.
Yeah, I think it's as usual, but tonight I really wanted to bring this to the table and encourage everybody, especially the women, at least for
Oh, I'm with you
this.
then.
Yes, at least for
Yeah,
this
it's an
specific,
important subject.
yeah, at least for this specific activity, to go to the group, or here in the group where everybody is watching or will watch this, and find the post related to who you are and what's your position and what challenges are you facing and how did you overcome. I want to inspire people and women in our community to see, because some of them might be very young, and I see young women struggling with many things these days, and we already went through it, so we have good input for younger generations going through these things and give them our point of view. The answer is not on the extremist is not on those women that says hate men. They have a word. I know it in Spanish. I don't know if you guys can help me with that, but they talk about men and they're raped, that they are on top of everybody. In Spanish, it's patriarcal. Okay, so they are the fathers of everything, and they can do whatever they want, and so they hate that concept. But again, we can make the difference. We can definitely make the difference, and we can raise our kids in a way that they admire what the other gender can do for us. I admire men that actually helps women to conquer and that actually compliments us. I hate to do things at home, like fixing things. That is not my thing. If I have to do it, I will do it, believe me, but that is not my thing. I love to cook. There's nothing wrong with that. And yeah, I think guys now can cook same as we do and all that. We should respect that too. If a guy likes to cook and I like to fix things, we can cross the tasks, and I fix, you cook. All that is allowed, and what I think is we should admire each other. That
Mhm.
is my point here. We should admire each other. We should not be fighting, and shouldn't be that way. Not we should play the games of media to put us to fight, because they do this a lot. Right? So I don't know if for closure, if final thoughts about this, my friends, final thoughts, because we have to wrap it up here. We are about to finish the session. Final thoughts, Branny, Stephen, my friend Riva, if you want to also, say something, final thoughts.
The only
Branny?
thing I want to say is thank you for everything you do.
Oh.
I count on this just to hear you talk and see everybody. I love it.
Oh, yes,
Yes, I look forward to it too.
Mhm.
Oh, thank you so much, my friends. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because now we are finding tools to really become a community and do something. We are doing something that it is not done, and we are pioneers. So right now I only see us. Usually it's us, the same group coming and all that. But my friends, listen, in some years we will see the fruits of what we are doing today. Anyone
Laura,
else? Yes.
way to go on your win.
Did I
Oh,
win?
you just won.
Okay, we will raffle that, guys. We will raffle. I steal. You know what Branny is saying, Laura? You steal my win. You stole my win. That's what she's saying here. I know her. I love you. I love you so much, my friend.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of hosts. I don't know a lot of hosts like Laura, like I guess there was a time I was kind of having some downtime or some low time, and I just remember you sent me like a 20-some minute long recording of you talking, and it was personal to me, and it was uplifting and stuff. So I just keep I just don't ever give up on your guys' selves. Nobody give up on yourselves, because there's always better in this world, and you're better than what people give you credit for. Don't
Thank
That's
ever
right.
forget
Thank you.
that.
Thanks for that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much. Thank you, my friends. It is hard, I promise. Sometimes I want to give up. Sometimes I want to give up. It is very
Laura,
hard. Yes.
I'll tell you like you tell us. We're here if you need.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly what Bernie said.
Listen to this, guys. Every time I go live, every time I have you, and I remember, I have a purpose. I have to continue. I have to endure. Life is about endure. I believe in this. I believe in what actually the Holy Spirit gave me. All these things about doing this is not my idea. It was not my idea. It was given to me, and I am following directions. I know we will see the fruits of this. This was given to me.
Mhm.
continue. So every single Friday I recharge. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for continue coming, because you remind me, you are a godsend for me. Every week I recharge and remember myself. I have to continue. I promise to you, I have my low days, very low, but God is so good that he just sends me someone. I received messages all of a sudden from you guys that really lift up my spirit, and I know it's God saying, keep on going, my daughter, keep on going, you are doing it great. And I will continue, my friend, I will continue fighting. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. For me, tonight has been an amazing experience, like sharing this especially important subject for us. We will be talking about this more during the week. Please engage with the posts about women. I invite Brenny, I invite you, Elizabeth, Brittana, and Reba. Please go and look for this post and give us your input. There are just a few questions. Your username, what was or is your position, and what challenges you faced, and how did you overcome the challenges. I want to inspire others. We will have this page on next Friday where we will be sharing our input,
Excuse
and
me.
it will be very nice to have this page up for the future, and even for people that will go there and read it. My friends, if we are able to change one person, that will be worth it. Remember that, okay? So I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much again for participating tonight. I guess
Oh.
we are about to finish the
Yes, the last game is playing
games.
now.
Yes, the games are playing now, so I'm gonna let you go to finish this weekend. Thank you again. I cannot thank you enough, guys. I love you. And remember, I'm also here for you. I'm also here for you in your low days, in your amazing days where you feel you can conquer the world. I am here. Please share with me your victories as well, because it gives me hopes for a better future for me as well. So I love you. And I'll see you next Friday. Remember, everybody is invited to join us every Friday to this chit chat, and we can make a difference as a community. I love you guys, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye-bye for
Love
now.
you too, Laura.
Bye-bye.
guys.
Love you. Mwah,
Love
mwah.
you too, Philip.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you
Love you
guys
guys.
too.